All right.
What do y'all think about? And this gonna be just a little bit of roundtable, man. I don't know how to lead the whole thing. What do y'all think about the changes to the gold card? Because I figured we might as well talk about it. It's the hot topic right now.
Well, honestly, I think it's I'm real curious as to what made them add that $7 a month Dunkin' Donuts, because $7 is cool, but that's kind of turns into one trip. I noticed it's $84. I'm a little surprised with that because Amex usually stretches it out a little bit more. I'm surprised that it wasn't $10. But honestly, I'm a fan of the gold card. I haven't stopped being a fan of the gold card. I'm continue to be a fan of the gold card. I told everybody, like, these annual fee increases, this is not nothing new. It has been going on for a while. You could expect another one probably in the next, what, 3 to 5 years, I would assume. So this comes with the game as far as credit cards are concerned. So I'm still on the Amex side as far as Amex Gold. It's not like I'm going to throw away the card or planning on throwing it away. So I'm still pro Amex Gold card, honestly.
For sure, for sure. Key, can't hear you. You want to jump in, Lonnie?
Yeah, I'll jump in while she's fixing her audio. So I agree with Nell. I'm not anti gold card. I'm not going to be rushing to cancel anything like that. I'm going to give this due diligence and understand one, the $75 increase versus what do I get out of it. Now, Sledge, I'm with you when I don't really like the term effective annual fee. Either it works for you or it doesn't work for you. So this extra 75, I'm not going to put against, like, am I going to get the $84 from Dunkin' Donuts to offset that 75? Probably not. I actually was on Google Maps looking for the closest Dunkin' Donuts earlier this afternoon just to see, like, how far out of my way it would be to use this $7
That's how
credit.
you know you're not on the East Coast.
Yep. But the point of it is actually I will say three things. We can get the color out of the way. I don't know how I feel about the white gold color. I ordered mine, and if I don't like it, I can always switch back to the classic gold.
Yeah.
But I ordered it just to order it, so we get that out of the way. But I'm very ambivalent on that. I don't really care one way or the other. It's not rose gold, period. So I'm okay with that much. Now, the other part of it is the credits, as Nell had mentioned, because we're starting to see these credit card companies offer us credits as an incentive to get their card versus it used to be earning categories. And now, just this week, it made me realize earning categories kind of stopped, where it's gas, it's travel, it's dining, it's food, it's restaurants, but we haven't really seen new earning categories. And with that 325, I'm sorry, I almost said 375, but with that $75 increase, I would have liked to see a new earning category versus just another credit. Now, I am very glad that they did not get rid of the grocery because, as many of y'all know, I am a new father. I got my gold card right after my son was born, and it has been incredibly beneficial to me because of my increased grocery spending after he was born. But going back to my statement about credits versus an earning category, I've actually had this conversation in the Discord and with a couple of us as other creators in the community of, could Bilt add a grocery category or Chase add a grocery category and I would get rid of the gold card? Yeah. And that's where my original statement comes from, is I'm going to give it its due diligence. My annual fee ain't coming up for renewal for the next couple of months. So I'm going to test it out. Is that extra 75 putting a hole in my pocket, or am I still breaking even, or breaking lifestyle even, not necessarily financially even? So I'm going to give it its due diligence, but that's kind of like where I'm sitting on it right now.
Now, I'm gonna tell you before I let Key give her response, I'm gonna tell you the funniest place that I have a Dunkin' Donuts and a Five Guys right across the street from my gym. When I come out the gym, I look right at both of those guys.
The best and worst place to put those places, right outside the gym.
Place for it to be. All right, Key, what do you think about this new revamp?
Yeah, y'all already know I'm team Team No Gold, member number 001 for show. I gave up my gold card a long time ago when they started playing games with you get 10 cents a month and every other month on a leap year. I don't have time for all that. I have enough cards where it doesn't make sense for me. I'm usually getting a sign-up bonus really regularly, probably, every 3 months at least, sometimes even sooner than that. So for me, the gold card is maybe one I'll come back to when I start to switch my lifestyle to be just, have a couple cards. But even then, I don't know. I like my City Custom Cash. I like my Wells Fargo autograph. But if anyone wants to come join me, FDI Key 002 is available.
Hey, Lonnie made a good point as far as other banks adding groceries to compete with the Amex Gold. I'm surprised they really haven't tried to do that. Like, especially with where food and groceries is right now, that would have been a great opportunity to take advantage of that. But I don't know why they haven't done it.
I know why they haven't done it. They don't want to give up those points. They do not want to give up those points, man.
It would be a lot of points.
Are just too easy to earn. Everybody eat, right?
Everybody,
like everybody.
That's true, but not everybody goes to the grocery store.
Yeah.
That's a fact. But you know what? A lot of people do.
A lot of people do. And the people that do spend a lot. You're right.
Spend a lot. Now,
that actually lets me touch on one other thing is looking at some of these new credits, just the big two, the Dunkin' Donuts and the Resi. We're also starting to see like this geographical location or even demographics of card holders start to come into play because, as Kian mentioned, like Dunkin' Donuts is not everywhere. Like there are some places, like if I'm in Manhattan, I ain't got a problem seeing them. The only time I usually ever see a Dunkin' Donuts is when I'm in an airport somewhere. Like I'm not gonna lie, and chances are, if it's following the same rules as all these other credits and things, I can't use it in the airport anyway. It won't count. But even thinking of the Resi credit, and I see like a couple people in the chat knowing like where they live, where they're from, like John or Xavier. This doesn't benefit them. That 75 could be a straight hit to the pocket to them. You know what I mean? So it almost makes it seem like is just speaking of Amex here, is Amex trying to push certain card holders or demographics or geographic demographics out and pull certain demographics or geographic card holders in? Time will tell.
Like it reminds me of just the Equinox credit on the Platinum card. Like that was a big talk back then when they added that because, back then it was pretty much just like in New York City. And for the most part, a lot of people wasn't even touching Equinox, as far as the gym is concerned. So it's a little similar to that when it comes to that. I want to know the reasoning behind that as well.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right?
Equinox credit, Chad actually put me on that if you pay the annual membership for the Equinox Plus app, you can use your credit for that, and it's the same amount. It's a $300 app, but I'm gonna tell you what, I'd rather spend that $300 because I'm paying for a $695 card, annual fee card.
Exactly.
I might as well spend their money on it. You know what I mean? So even if I'm hard to use that app, but yeah, Chad put me onto that.
Get a little hotel room workout in with it.
You know what's funny? My gym probably has everything that Equinox has. It has an Olympic style pool in it. You know what I mean? It has an outside gym. It has a movie theater in my gym.
Nice.
It costs the same as every other gym. So I don't know why Equinox, is this expensive. My gym is $26.99 if I want to go to any gym and $9.99 if I only want to go to that specific gym. So those Equinox and all that, man, they just they fool you into thinking that it's something special that when it's really not. You know what I mean? It's still a gym at the end of the day.
Yep.
Yeah. But you know what? My theme, Lonnie brought up the thing that I wanted to talk about, but I think that Resi credit, because it's not a monthly credit, the $50 biannually, I think that's much better, man, than putting $10 every single month. Because you think about a lot of it, even a lower end restaurant today, you go there, you're spending more than $10. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
definitely.
You go to a fast food spot, you spending more than $10. So
Definitely.
the ability to have $50, I think that's huge for, you know what I mean? That's a huge credit. And I think that's probably the best thing that they did with the gold card. And I see people in the chat asking who ordered a white gold. I know Lonnie did. You know, the white gold. You getting the white gold now?
I'm a consider it for the business card, for the business gold.
I already ordered it because you know if you both cards will be active.
Yeah.
If you order, you still have your regular one to be active in
Yeah.
case you want to still use that one. So
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the gold card. I mean, I don't think even though it went up $75, in my opinion, for most people who's paying an annual fee on the card, if you sweating paying $325, you was probably sweating paying $250.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So in my opinion, that card probably wasn't for you, you know. And I feel like a lot of times we try to justify these cards with the credits, you know what I mean, and the multipliers and all of that. Man, in my opinion, you have to justify these cards with your spending ability. You know what I mean? Like if you can't spend enough on these cards, you probably don't need them. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these cards, you probably don't need them if you can't spend enough on them. And if you're trying to nickel it down to all right, if I use all of these credits, I come out $10 ahead or $10 behind, you might want to think about maybe that's not a card for you in the first place, you know.
Definitely.
And all these cards aren't for everybody. You know, if you get some no annual fee cards aren't for you, right? Some high annual fee cards aren't for everybody. So I think we got to stop looking at a lot of what people see online and what's popular and thinking that these cards are good for us because someone else says that they are, or it's a lot of no annual fee cards that will probably fit 99% of the population just as good as a $95 annual fee card.
Correct.
And a $695 annual fee card.
Correct. That's a lot of them. That's a good topic to talk on too. What you just left off on. That's
real quick. Not to interrupt.
Go ahead and elaborate on it.
Not to interrupt you, Nell, but Chad is pinging in the chat saying that he's in the lobby. He put in there like 3 times. Says, "Let someone know to let me in." So I'm just doing due diligence.
Spend some money minutes.
All right, passing it back to you,
before we go on, I don't want to cut you off, Neil, but we gotta get everybody's thoughts on this.
Yeah, let him on.
Chad, we talking about the gold card, man. What are your thoughts on the gold card revamp?
To be honest with you, it don't really. Can you guys hear me well?
We can hear you.
Yeah, well, to me, it changes nothing. The gold card is still a major player in the Amex lineup. And what drives me crazy, and it's going to piss some people off, is now everybody shouldn't be making cancellation videos on the gold card. Everybody talks that, what is it called? Effective annual fee, right? Technically, the card now costs negative $99, because if they gave you a $75 annual fee hike, then they gave you $84 in Dunkin' Donuts, plus $100 in Resi over the year, plus you were already effectively paying $10. I mean, when the math starts mathing, everybody should be running towards this card. But you see how that effective annual fee stuff gets flushed down the toilet once people start seeing their money drop out of their checking account? You know what I'm saying? I let them push their referral links and get their clicks and likes, but at this point, that nothing changes anything for me with this card. I'm gold card all day.
Are you getting the white gold?
I haven't decided yet. I'm probably just gonna be an OG and just stay an OG. You know what I mean? I'll let these young cats chase the fads, and I can't. I'll probably just stay with the regular gold.
Not even for a collector's item?
I collect baseball cards, man. I'm straight. I'm good. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it looks good, but yeah, probably not. I'll probably leave it for the new people because chances are they're gonna make it a permanent color anyway. So I'll let other people get the rush in.
Hey, you know what? Another thing we were just talking about, and Neil was about to touch on it. it was pretty much something that I got this from actually from Stan the Credit Frog, and I said a lot, man. It's like you got to make sure that your lifestyle fit the credit card. Don't let the credit card try to fit your lifestyle. You know what I mean? So